Is it okay now?
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, all right. So here is the presentation. Okay. So for the very first thing you can see here is the insights. So I just added this because the insights is my LinkedIn page where I used to add the current job updates and internship updates all there on that page, on that one page. So you can uh, access that and follow that page if you wish. That probably will help you. Okay, so welcome. And here we are here to actually describe the path which I have followed to get into this field because I was actually from electronics background and during my first, second, and third year of BTech, I actually didn't have any idea about this field, means data science and machine learning. I was all about studying and learning the electronics things. But when the lockdown came and I was in my home, so then I actually learned about this field. I came to know about this field, and this actually interested me. So I get into this field. So I will share the path which I have followed to get a job. Now there may be this type of cases like uh, there may be some people who are actually willing to get into the field, but they have some fear, they have some other things which are holding them back. They're scared to step into the field because it's a different domain from where they are coming or they are working for years. But they actually want to do that, but they're scared to do. And also, they are afraid of huge competition because everywhere in LinkedIn, you just go and see, you will find many data analytics and data science aspirants there. So probably you think that the competition is huge, and also you are not confident enough to learn and land the job by yourself only. So here are some myths which actually come to mind. Like you think that you need to be from computer science or statistics or mathematics background only, and you need a good amount of programming. You need to be a proficient programmer, and one does need to have some exceptional mathematical concepts to learn the machine learning and statistics things. And you also may think that self learning is not enough, but actually, I have achieved everything through self learning only. And it's very hard probably to get a job in this field. And also, there is a myth like you can be a data scientist or analyst or analytics engineer within 3 or 4 months. So, we will break the myths. Like, actually, it is not true that you need to be from computer science or statistics or mathematics background only. It will be easier for you in some cases when you just start the learning procedures. But after that, everyone is in same page. I think I have met many people from humanities background, from other backgrounds like business management and everything. But they are coming, learning, and actually getting really good job offers, and they're doing good. They're actually doing good. Now, obviously, you need not be a proficient programmer. Programming is needed. Obviously, programming is needed, but you don't need to be a 3 star or 4 star coder in HackerRank or HackerRank everywhere. I don't think so because I myself is not that much good in programming. So I don't think that it's uh, mandatory to be a proficient programmer to break into this field. And no exceptional mathematical background is not needed. It is needed to have some basic knowledge in maths up to your secondary standard probably, and somewhere you will need some coordinate geometry and some linear algebra, statistics concepts, probability concepts. But that all you can gather now only. You don't have to be proficient in mathematics or exceptional with the concepts. And yeah, dedicated self learning is enough. If you have a good exact path to follow, you have the uh, resources to follow. So then a self learning is actually sufficient to get a job in this field. And yeah, it's not hard. It is hard if you are not dedicated enough, if you are not serious enough with your study and with your practical approaches, because that's very important. But if you are serious enough, if you are responsible with your studies and with your daily works to do, so it's not hard because there are many opportunities for freshers also, for experienced also. You can see in the insights page also. I usually share many job offers and job opportunities there. People are actually referring to their organizations, and organizations are also shifting to analytics or data science domain to increase their business and to serve their clients better. So obviously, it's not hard to get a job, and if you are having some experience from any industry, may it be teaching, may it be business administration or project management, anything. If you have some knowledge, some professional experience, some industry knowledge, it will be easier for you to get into the field because people actually value that. The HRs and talent partners actually value that. So that's the actual case. And yeah, it's not true that you can be a data scientist within 3 or 4 months. There are many online sites or many pages there, here and there, and you will get to know about many workshops, many sessions, and many things actually all around the internet that you can be a full-time data scientist or data analyst within 3 or 4 months. But actually, that's not possible. For a computer science guy also, it's not possible to be a data scientist because this field is actually evolving every day, and uh, new things are coming, new innovations are being done each and every day. So you have to be updated with new skills, new technologies. But to get into the field, there are some basic technologies you need, basic skills you need, which can't be covered completely within 3 or 4 months. So that's the truth. You need at least 6 to 7 months, or someone will need 1 year actually, or 1.5 year to break into the field completely and to call himself or herself a data analyst. I won't say data scientist because to be a data scientist, probably it will take 5 to 10 years. So you can call yourself a data analyst or a junior data engineer or junior data scientist like that. So that's the real scenario. So now, uh, after this, we will discuss about some things like what are the job roles available in this field and what are the skills needed for all these roles. The most effective path, which actually I followed, and I will talk about the skills needed and also the resources from where you can learn. I will not promote anything, but which I have followed, I will tell you that, and which I found to be really good, I will suggest you that. And I will tell how to learn. Now that depends on individual perspectives, but I found some points to be common to all. Like you should do these things, you should follow these things to get the maximum out of your learning, your time actually. And I will also discuss about the next thing which you will do after learning and doing practical things or projects. So let's start. So what are the different job roles? The job roles are BI analyst or BI analytics engineer. I find this to be the most basic one because to be a BI analyst or BI analytics engineer, if you have some skills in MS Excel, SQL, and some visualization tools, you can break into the field. You can be a BI analytics engineer. Uh, I was also working as a BI analytics engineer previously, and after that, Here comes Power BI or Tableau developer, or you can say data visualization expert, and there is data analyst, machine learning engineer, data engineer, and data scientist. So these data engineer and data scientist, these are actually vast roles. These are really you need to be experienced enough to get into these roles. But there are companies which offer data scientist or data engineer role for the freshers also and in entry level candidates also. But actually, you can't tell yourself a data scientist or data engineer while you are having less than 3 or 4 years of experience. That's not actually possible. So let's see what skills do you need. So these are some common skills. Like everybody should have this, and everybody actually possesses these skills. You just have to find out and brush up your knowledges. So the first one is aptitude. Uh, Probably you all have done the aptitude questions and short aptitude questions while you were going through your uh, placement drives in college. Some of you are still in college, so you will be doing this. And some analytical skills will actually be needed because definitely you are going to be an analytics engineer or a data scientist. You will need some analytical skills. And the last four, these four are actually very specific to this field: the love with data, curiosity, innovation or research, and storytelling. Now, let me explain this. Now, what this love with data is actually, how will you find that you actually love the data? So, nowadays, social media is everywhere. So, you people are uploading videos, doing reels, posting something. You are looking for likes, comments, the views, and everything. So this is all about data. These are the data: the likes, the comments, the views which you are getting. These are the data. You should have some interest, and you actually have. You actually have that interest. These are data. And you are watching movies. You are looking for the IMDb rating. These are data. If you are actually eager about that, maybe it may be some. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it may be some data related to sports or related to your work field only. Like someone was telling that she's learning electronics. So you have the signal and system. I have also done electronics. You have signals and systems. So those signals and systems, how they are behaving, what is the amplitude, what is the frequency. So those are actually data. So you actually have that love with data already within yourself. You just have to find out. And the curiosity. Now, what is the curiosity? You have to have some interest to ask questions to your data, because if you don't ask questions, you won't get the actual answers. So, whenever you are having one data set or whenever you are having any kind of data, you just ask some questions. You create some questions of yourself, that whatever question is coming by just viewing or observing the data. Now there is a very keen difference in viewing and observing. Just viewing a thing and to observe a thing really matters. You have to observe the data sets. You have to observe the data sets. You have to understand what it actually wants to tell, and then you have to ask some questions to the data. So that is the curiosity. And now here comes the innovation or research. So you have to have some innovative mind, because whenever you are working in a data science project or machine learning project, the client will just tell you the requirements. They won't know the technical side. They will not bother about what you are actually doing with your systems in their what you have achieved through your analysis or some machine learning things. And now here comes the storytelling. So this is a very important, and it's Most important for that BI analytics or data visualization expert, because they are just conveying their thoughts, their findings through that storytelling. You need to have that ability. You need to make those stories interactive so that your client or whoever you are delivering to, it is actually uh, valuable for them. It is actually understandable for them, and you have to keep it short, crisp, but it should convey your uh, message. It should convey your findings to help them achieve their target. So these are the common skills which you need to have for any of the roles. Means may it be BI analytics engineer, may it be data visualization expert, data scientist, data analyst, data engineers, anything. Now we will go to specific skills. So for the BI analyst or analytics role, you will need to learn these skills at least. Statistics, MS Excel, you need to learn this from beginner level to advanced level. You really need that as advanced level knowledge in MS Excel, that VBA part, the pivot table, VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, all these things you need to know. Then comes the SQL, which is the most important skill for each and every role which I am talking about and I will be talking about. So, may it be MySQL or PostgreSQL or MS SQL, you should have a good amount of knowledge in any one of them. If you know MySQL, it will be easier to gather knowledges about PostgreSQL or MS SQL. These are nearly same. The syntax will differ somewhat, but you will find this easy to learn. And then the BI visualization tool, which actually I have written here Tableau or Power BI, but in the market there are many visualization tools are there, like Google Analytics is also there, and there are tools like ClickView and many other tools are there out there. But right now, Tableau and Power BI is actually strong in the market. There are many roles out there for Power BI developers and also the Tableau developers. Now, to actually learn this, you have to do some projects, you have to create some dashboards, you have to create the visuals. Means hands-on knowledge is very important in BI, in case of BI visualization tools. Now, Python or R for BI analytics or BI analyst, this role, R is actually preferred because R was actually made for statistical analytics only. So if you learn R, it will be helpful to get the statistics out of your data sets. It will be easier actually. And now everybody are following Python. So you need to learn the Python libraries for statistics and the visualization purpose, that is the exploratory analysis actually. So you don't need that higher level of DSA or the things, OOPS concept in Python. But you need to learn the libraries which will help to get you the statistical analysis and the PDA part actually, means exploratory data analysis. And one thing I found relevant is GCP BigQuery. Why I'm telling this? Because when you are working in a client environment, they will probably give you a cloud space to work with, and most of the time it's GCP. So what you will have to do, you will have some data sets in their local system. You will have to upload those in GCP, means BigQuery. And BigQuery is somewhat like SQL only. The syntaxes, the things are most like SQL. So you will have to you will have to write queries, and you will just do your work, the data cleaning or data exploration in that GCP BigQuery only. And then you have to migrate that data from GCP to any visualization tool like I have mentioned, Tableau or Power BI, and you have to work on that. You have to create visuals out of those data sets. So probably for that transition part, you need to learn some concepts about GCP. So that I have written the data migration and connection with BI tools. Sorry. Now, for Power BI and Tableau developer, it is mm, means most of the things are same for this also. The statistics, MS Excel, obviously from beginner to advanced level, SQL, any one of these, MySQL, PostgreSQL, or MS SQL, and any of the BI visualization tools. Like if you are preparing for Power BI developer, you should learn Power BI. If you are preparing for Tableau developer, you should prepare Tableau. But let me tell you one thing: if you learn Tableau, Power BI will be very easy for you. And if you learn Power BI, Tableau will also be very easy for you. So there are things like Tableau has a part calculated fields. So you have to work on that. You have to be proficient in that actually. Calculated fields is nothing but some queries like SQL only. And Power BI has some DAX queries. I actually don't have personal experience with that DAX query, so I won't tell much about that. But what I have found that you need to have some knowledge with DAX queries uh, to work as a Power BI developer. And you should know something about cloud deployment. Now, cloud deployment, why I am telling this? Because as I have already mentioned, that you have to deploy your visualizations, your dashboards in any cloud space. May it be AWS or Azure or Google Cloud or Oracle, anything. You have to have some basic knowledge about the cloud deployment part. Now let us talk about the data analyst role. So for the data analyst role, you also need some statistics and maths, obviously up to basic level of statistics and maths. And MS Excel is needed, beginner to intermediate. Advanced is not that much needed in case of data analyst because right now MS Excel is actually not getting that much value in case of data analyst role. We are working with Google Sheets and we are working with CSV files in the Jupyter Notebook or any other cloud space, I would rather say. So you don't need actually to learn that uh, advanced Excel part to get into the field. But obviously, after some times, you will need to upgrade yourself actually. And now the SQL, this is MySQL, PostgreSQL, or MS SQL. And BI visualization tool is also important, Tableau or Power BI, to convey your findings, to tell the story to the clients, because they won't actually know the technical part. They will just see the visuals and they will try to understand things. And obviously, Python. So, to be a data analyst, you need to have programming knowledge, basic programming knowledge in Python, up to the functions, the loops, and some amount of oops concept is also needed in some cases. So the main thing is data visualization through Python. There are libraries like Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly. Mm, you should learn these libraries for EDA and data visualization. So that's it for data analyst. Now we are going to talk about machine learning engineer. So be a core machine learning engineer, you need to have some extra knowledges rather than statistics, SQL, and Excel also. So you need Python programming. You need to have some good amount of hands-on knowledge to be a machine learning engineer because after being a machine learning engineer, you will completely work on Python. You will work on core machine learning codes and other things. So you will have to write codes. So you need some good hands-on experience in Python programming. Then comes the machine learning. Now, wherever you are applying the machine learning, you need the programming knowledge. So obviously, you need to learn Python programming as well as machine learning things like regression classification. Means I'm talking about supervised and unsupervised machine learning problems, the classification things, clustering things, recommended system. These everything are needed, and you will also need some basic knowledge in deep learning and NLP, probably time series analysis also. The basics should be strong. The basics you would need to learn about NLP and deep learning, And whatever you are learning, you have to apply on projects. You should have some good projects in machine learning, and also some basic projects in deep learning or NLP. And any cloud technology, you need to have knowledge uh, in AWS Lambda or and S3 bucket. And if you are learning Azure, so you need to learn Azure Databricks. If you are learning GCP, then you should have the knowledge about cloud storage and BigQuery. So these are the things you need to have to be a machine learning engineer. Now, the skills needed to be a data engineer, I won't talk much about this because I'm not in this field. So you need to learn some ETL tools like Hivo, Informatica, SSIS, Talent. These are all ETL tools that will extract, transform, and obviously this will store the data, and you will work on the data. So you will have to transform the data into uh, a workable one from where you can get some insights, or the data analysts or data scientists will do that part. So you have to prepare the data, and you have to also extract the data from different sources. And also you need statistics knowledge. Obviously, you need that statistics knowledge. SQL is also needed. Here, Spark SQL, many times, many people prefer to learn Spark SQL for data engineer post. Also, you can learn Hive, and Power BI DAX queries is needed. Visualization, you can use ClickView for this role only, the data engineer, or you can say the big data, these things. And Python, Apache Spark, Scala, you can learn any one of those to get into the field. And after that, probably Apache Spark is very much important now, and you will have to learn Scala also if the company demands. And any cloud service, may it be AWS, Azure, or GCP, anything. GCP is actually preferred uh, regarding to me, because many a times I have seen that people are working with GCP now, because it is giving you a lot of uh, features, and extraordinary features are there actually in case of GCP. Now we have come to the most important one, that is the data scientist. Probably many of you are willing to be a data scientist. So to be a data scientist, you will actually need each and everything I have mentioned in other roles like statistics, maths, MS Excel, SQL, Python, and R. Either Python or R you can learn, or you can learn both if you have the time. And obviously machine learning, because as a data scientist you have to create models, you have to improve the models, you have to evaluate that. Those things are integrated part to this. And deep learning, NLP, computer vision, these things you can learn, but these are actually optional, not mandatory. And then comes the BI visualization tool. It is always good to learn something like Tableau or Power BI, and any cloud technology, because cloud technology is nowadays it's really important to learn any cloud. I would suggest you to learn GCP only. So we are done with the roles and the skills needed. Now the effective path. So I have given the path to be a BI analytics and Tableau Power BI developer, and also the data analyst and data scientist. So to be a BI analytics and Tableau or Power BI developer, or you must say data visualization expert, you need to start with statistics. And after statistics, just get your hands on in MS Excel from beginner to advanced level. You have to achieve that advanced level of proficiency in Excel. Actually, it's needed. And then you will go to SQL, then the BI visualization tools. And I request you to follow this path, because actually this sequence is very, very important. You should maintain this sequence. So BI visualization tools, either Tableau or Power BI, and then you go to learn R or Python, because that's not that much important for BI analytics or Tableau Power BI developers. So you can keep it at the end, like R or Python. Just the statistics and the visualization libraries only. You don't need more than that to enter into the field. And then you have to work on projects, and you can also learn some cloud technologies, specifically, which I have already mentioned, the GCP BigQuery. Now I will talk more about the projects in upcoming slides. And for the data analyst and data scientist, the path is actually not same. You should learn statistics first, and then you should jump into Python and machine learning. Why I have written here Python plus machine learning? Because to do the machine learning practical works, you will need Python. So if you learn both of these side by side, that will be helpful. So first learn the basics of Python, and then go to grab some knowledges about machine learning, and then try to implement that with the help of the Python knowledge you have. Now uh, there is actually nothing wrong to copy the codes and to get your results. There is actually nothing wrong. You can copy the codes, you can paste it, and just you have to have that amount of knowledge that you can modify that code. You can modify that code regarding to your requirement actually. So you should learn Python and machine learning side by side. Then you go to SQL, and then BI visualization tools like Tableau or Power BI, any one of these at the very first place. And then you have to do the projects. The projects are very important for the interview purpose also. And also you should have some hands-on experience before entering into the jobs, because directly if you are put into some projects, you will feel it really hard to actually work with that. And with the project, you can do the MS Excel, because MS Excel is not that much important for data analysts or data scientists. So that's it. So this is the path, and I will share with you a document mentioning all these paths and the resources from where you will learn this, or you can learn this, which I actually followed myself to get into this field. And yeah, so here I have mentioned that from where to learn. Like for statistics, I actually believe that there is no better resources than Chris Naik's statistics playlist in YouTube only. So he has around 40 to 45 videos in that playlist, which is continuously getting updated day by day. And you will get actually each and every concept you need to get into this field in statistics. He has the theory part, he has the practical implementation part. He has actually covered each and everything you need to be in this part, to be in this domain, and to get a good job on the basis of your statistics knowledge. Then comes to Excel. So for the Excel tutorial, I have found the tutorials point Excel playlist, the MS Excel and Excel VBA for the advanced part. The videos are very short, for about 2 minutes to 3 minutes long, or some are 5 to 6 minutes long. So I don't think that will be too much. You can easily learn that. You can apply that in your own machine. And obviously, that is a part that you have to apply the things while the teacher is teaching you. You have to apply the things hands on. That should be the approach. I will talk more about that. And for Python, there are resources. Now you can choose anything out of these. Here, one is the 100 Days of Code, the complete Python Pro Bootcamp for 2022 by Dr. Angela Yu. She is really teaching something exceptional, actually exceptional. Why I have mentioned this? This is a Udemy course, and actually, I don't prefer to uh, spend money on learning. I haven't myself paid a penny to get into this field, so I have learned everything for free. I have done everything of my own. So, but I would suggest this course, this Udemy course, because she is actually delivering something exceptional. I have this course with me, but I have enrolled in after getting the job. So now there is one another course which is Python for beginners, the full course. It is written that Python for beginners, but the videos, when you will cover more than about 50 to 60 videos, you will get to know that this is not actually for beginners only. There are some advanced things, and you only need those things. Up to that thing, you need to know. Whichever is covered in this playlist, the Python for Beginners full course by Telescope, you will find this in his YouTube channel. And also, there is a YouTube channel, maybe this is well known to you all, Code with Harry. So he is having a Python tutorial in Hindi. So if you guys want to learn it in Hindi, so you can follow that. He is also excellent in delivering the courses. If you can follow the videos one by one, you really you will get a clear idea about the concepts and you will be ready with the Python programming part. So these are the Python courses I would suggest. And now coming to the machine learning part. So for the machine learning also, I haven't got any other better course than Chris Knight's complete machine learning playlist. Now, one interesting thing is he has also aggregated the Python programming knowledge with this machine learning playlist. So you will get about 30 to 40 videos of Python tutorial in the beginning, and then you will get into the machine learning concepts. So that is why I have written that you should learn Python and machine learning side by side in case of data scientist, or also you can do it in case of data analyst also. So that is why I have told that. So you can follow his Python course also, his Python tutorials, but that doesn't cover each and everything. So to cover all the things, you should have any one of these courses, like by Dr. Angela Yu, the Udemy course, and the Python for Beginners by Telesco, or the Python tutorials by Code with It. And then the SQL tutorials. So here also I have three suggestions. Now, among these three, I have actually followed the first two. The first one is the complete SQL bootcamp, Go from Zero to Hero by Jose Portilla. Probably you have heard his name. He is delivering some exceptional contents in SQL actually. Actually, you will get to know about the PostgreSQL in this tutorial. I have completed this tutorial. Now, fortunately, I had an opportunity to enroll to this course for free. It was free for some period. It is a year ago actually. Now it has been upgraded to 2022. So you can enroll in this also, the Udemy course. Other than that, the mode.com SQL tutorial is really, really good. They have basic SQL tutorials, intermediate, advanced, and also they have a portion called SQL for analytics. That is very, very important. That is actually very industry relevant, that SQL for analytics part. But you shouldn't jump there directly. You should first complete the basics part, intermediate, advanced, and then you should go there and learn the things to apply your SQL knowledge in analytics field. And then one more suggestion is the Pragmatic SQL Server tutorial. This is a YouTube playlist only. You can follow that also. He has actually covered uh, more than enough knowledge about SQL. So that will also be helpful if you want to. And then comes to Power BI. So for Power BI, obviously the best teacher is Pawan Lalwani sir. He has delivered exceptional contents in YouTube only. This is for free. So Power BI tutorial, and also the Power Query Power BI. Here you will get to know about the DAX queries. So uh, these are actually These playlists are having more than 100 videos, but don't worry, all the videos are of length like 2 minutes to 3 minutes max. So I don't think that would be a problem. And for Tableau also, you can follow a YouTube channel only, that Abhishek Agarwal. He has a playlist, Tableau Complete Tutorial. You will get to know about each and every bits of Tableau, the Tableau desktop and also the Tableau public platform. Both of them are more or less same. So that's it. And now that's a tricky question, that how should you learn? Uh, this may differ from person to person, but actually some things you should follow. Like you can see that watch YouTube videos or any other videos which you are enrolled in a very quiet place with least disturbance. Means get out 1 or 2 hours a day, that is enough, but that should be without any disturbance, with all your focus, all your concentration on that video, on that study material, on that uh, PDF article, whatever you are learning. Just learn in a quiet place with least disturbance. The disturbance shouldn't be there. You shouldn't allow that actually. And the most important thing is always do hands on. While a faculty or a teacher is teaching you something, he is showing some practical things by coding. You just do that. In case of SQL, also in case of Python, machine learning, whatever he or she is teaching, just follow that and follow that. You can copy the code. You can obviously copy paste the code. That is not at all a problem. That will not be a problem anytime, because you will have to work in that manner only in the industry. But uh, just keep it in mind that you have to do hands on. Okay, while the teacher is actually giving a practical lesson, and you have to make your own notes. Now, why I'm telling this? Because while you are preparing for the interview or preparing for any written test, you will not have enough time to go through the videos again, go through the complete tutorials again. But you will have your own notes already created. You can just go through the notes once, and the notes also will be in a manner like you will understand your notes. Obviously, you will understand your notes, but that notes may not be understandable to others. That's a different kind of notes preparation. So you will use some abbreviations, you will use some short forms, you will use some charts, some sequential orders, some series, everything. You can include anything. You can include some diagrams, you can include some small pictures which will be understandable by you only. And I am talking about handwritten notes, not the Google Docs or Word or Notepad. No, nothing. You have to write it with your own hand. So never forget to take the notes. It will really help in future. And one more thing, and this is very important actually, that Google is your best friend. You have to Google every time, every time, because I don't suggest to keep each and everything in your mind only, because the things are available. Actually, the things are available. Python has a huge community, and it's a very interactive community. Actually, there is Stack Overflow. There are other sites also. There is Jigs for Jigs. There is many other sites available there to help you with the coding. I think the coding parts is always a tougher thing to remember. So you most of the time you have to Google it, and you have to just copy the code and paste it, and uh, you just uh, make your code like what you require. Okay, you should have that amount of knowledge, and always keep a practical approach. Yeah, that's very much suggested, because whatever you are learning whatever you are watching or viewing or listening to, that will of no value if you don't have hands-on knowledge in it. Means hands-on knowledge means just pick up the data sets, work on them, keep on working. May it be a very simple thing, may it be a very advanced thing, just keep on doing, just keep on increasing your practical knowledge. It doesn't need to be something from the industry, it doesn't need to be an internship or anything. You just have to have some hands-on knowledge of your own, at your own time. Okay. And also make a habit to ask questions to your data. Yeah, that is already explained, that you have to ask some questions, some valuable questions which will actually give some valuable insights from your data. Whenever you are seeing a data, you are getting a data, just make a habit to ask questions to that, and that will actually lead you to some extent to your innovations or the insights which you are actually looking for. Okay, so these are the tips from my side to learn. And other useful tips are like programming will be very hard. Yes, yes, that's the reality. Programming, if you are starting with programming, or else if you are having some basic knowledge also, programming will be very hard and frustrating for first 2 3 months. Yes, it will be hard. It is actually hard uh, to just cover this phase of 2 3 months, because you will not have the idea how to approach, you will not have the idea mm, how to proceed with problems. The problem statements are huge, so that will be a problem, but that will stay for 2 to 3 months only. And if you can keep your patience, if you are dedicated enough and you don't lose your hope, you will proceed more than 2 to 3 months, and you will get to a point where you will be ready to approach to any problem given to you. You will get the idea gradually how to proceed, how to approach, what should be the attitude, what should be the algorithm I should use. So those things will gradually be cleared. And the next one is, yeah, there is also a talent you need, that effective Google search. I will help you regarding this. uh, I will share some resources that how to search effectively in Google. Actually, there are many ways which can help you to search the things, okay, in Google. And trust me, for your entire life, if you are in data science or data analytics field, or if you are willing to be in this field, you will just spend most of your time by searching in Google. That will help you a lot. So in this field, your skills will only be validated if you have hands-on knowledge. I have already told you that you need to have some hands-on knowledge, some programs, some notebooks you should have. You should have done some Kaggle projects. You should have done some uh, self-made projects with any data set you found. I will help you to find the data sets, where you will find the data sets, where you will find the projects also. I will help you with that. And yeah, this is a request from my side, that please never be in hurry. The thing is, each and everyone is in hurry. They want that huge salary just from the next month onwards. So that's a problem. That's actually a problem. That is what is leading to some vague knowledges, like they are learning Python, they are learning Excel, SQL, statistics, machine learning, all within these 1 month or 2 months, and actually they have nothing. They have nothing inside them, because you have to give time. You have to give a least amount of time, okay, uh, to learn these things. Okay, so please never be in hurry. And one Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yes, you're audible.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. So where I was. Yeah. So it's a request from my side that please never be in hurry. And also one more thing is don't neglect programming. I have said that you don't need to be proficient in programming, but you shouldn't neglect programming also. You need not be proficient, but you actually need to have the basic strong enough to clear the interviews and also clear some written tests in the very beginning. So that's it. So now what's next? After doing all these things, after learning these skills and getting hands-on knowledge in projects, so after that you keep on doing projects. Uh, You can participate in Kaggle competitions also. That will help you a lot. You can do your own projects in your system in Jupyter Notebook or using Google Colab also. It's possible. Just collect the data sets and apply your knowledge in it. May it be very basic or advanced, that's not a problem. Now, one more thing, the most important thing, while you are beginning to search the jobs for you, you should have a really well curated LinkedIn profile. Actually, it should be uh, well maintained, well updated. It should have all the all the information about your profile in that one LinkedIn page, that LinkedIn profile. That profile will attract the HRs, the talent partners towards your profile, and you will get many calls, many job offers through that LinkedIn profile only. You will have to approach the HRs, you will have to approach the employees of other companies to refer you, and for that, you need to have a strong connection, a huge connection actually. So keep on uh, sending connection requests to relevant people, not to everyone, to relevant people who are in your position or who are actually able to give you a referral, able to guide you through the process of applying for the job and to help you actually. And obviously, be a part of any community. There are multiple groups, multiple pages in LinkedIn only. There are groups in Telegrams, but most of the time, the Telegram groups are actually not means relevant all the time. So I would suggest to be active in LinkedIn more. There are many pages, just follow those. You will get many updates. You will get latest information which is going on in this field. And yeah, opt for internship. Now, even if it's unpaid, there may be some doubts. There may be some debates also. Like you shouldn't do an unpaid internship. But I think if you are learning something and some company or some organization is giving you the environment to work in the industry, actually during your learning time, Like the Sparks Foundation is out there. Techno Labs is one of these. Pi Analytics is one of those. So you can just get into their LinkedIn page. They are always open for internships in each and every month. These are unpaid internships, but I'm telling from my personal experience that these really can give you a huge experience, actually, a huge exposure. It may not be that much valuable in terms of certificates or anything, but you will have some really exceptional experience. Like I have done the Sparks Foundation internship, then I got recommended for mentoring. So I mentored the upcoming three means next 3 or 4 batches in that Sparks Foundation internship. Uh, and let me tell you that this was the best learning part of my data science journey till now, because the doubts coming from the students, the interns, actually forced me to learn many things out of the box. And I actually learned those, I helped them, and this really helped me to get a good amount of knowledge in mentoring also, in data science field also. So that has really helped me. So even if it is unpaid, you just uh, should go for an internship, 1 or 2 or 3. You can do as many internship as you can. Okay, so after that, yeah, that is what I have told you, that teach what you have learned. It always works, because from my personal experience, I have already told you that I have mentored many interns. I have taught them many concepts. I have made them understand uh, multiple concepts. So that was really helpful for me also. So whatever you are learning, just teach them whoever you can. If someone is interested in your friend circle to learn that, if someone in your family is interested to learn that, just teach them. Just tell them that I have learned this. Can you understand this? So this approach actually helps. It always works. And the next part obviously is to build a strong resume. So I can personally help you in that. If any of you guys are facing any problem to build a resume, or you think that your resume is not well built, you can reach out to me in LinkedIn. I have also given my contact number, my email address. You can reach out to me. I can help you to with some tips to help a really good resume which can cross the ATS. Nowadays, the ATSs are actually AI oriented or machine learning oriented, so that may be a problem. And obviously, always mention 2, 3 good projects in your resume. What you have done, not the basic ones, some good projects which are some which actually have some industry value. And always start applying from LinkedIn, preferably through employee referral, as I always tell. Yeah, so that's it. Uh, Thanks for listening to me. Yeah. So any questions? Now we will just discuss the questions you have. I already have more than 7 to 8 questions are there with me. I will answer those, but before that, I will ask you if you have any question. Let me mute myself. This is really noisy. Go ahead, guys. If you have any kind of question, please let me know. So first of all, tell me, how was this presentation? Was it helpful?
Yes, of course. Can you please share the PPT with us?
Yeah, I will share the PPT also. I will share a document also, which will actually have all the links to the courses which I have mentioned. And one more thing I want to convey that the courses which I actually mentioned from Udemy, the Python one and the SQL one, you can do one thing. Here we are nine people here, and so excluding me, you are eight. So if some of you are willing to enroll into this course, you can just create your own group and create a different email ID for you all, and just enroll in this course by paying the divided amount actually, and you can just enroll in that course. And I have seen that those courses are not actually expensive. They are about 500, and they are charging 500 for those courses, both of them. So you can enroll in that course easily, I think. So you can make a group and enroll in that, and it's really nice. Any questions?
Yeah, hello. Actually, I've already asked questions in that Google form and submitted.
Yes, yes, yes. I
Then
will
one,
discuss those.
fine, fine, okay.
I will discuss those. Yeah. So
Oh, I have a question. So, have you
yes, yes.
worked on any different projects that you have uploaded in your GitHub account?
Yes, I will share the link of my GitHub account in that document.
Okay.
You can access that from there.
Mhm.
I have worked on a banking project. It was related to a campaign
Okay.
regarding the term loans. Actually, it was a Portuguese bank, and it was about to get bankrupted. So the approach taken uh, was to increase the number of term loans. Okay, so we have
Mhm.
to analyze the data set, and we have to have some specified customer circle to call them, to approach them, and just means get them enrolled in some term loans. So that was the actual business use case. So I have worked on that. That was really impressive. Means it was really impressive. We had to do starting from simple logistic regression to up to the boosting techniques also. So yeah, it was a very good one, and it was a complete data science lifecycle project. I have uploaded that in
Okay.
my GitHub also, so you can find it from there.
From where did you take this one?
This project,
Yeah,
yeah, it was the dataset available in Kaggle, and I
okay,
worked on it by myself only.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So Deepan has asked, is that advisable to switch into data analytics first and then data science? Obviously, Deepan, it is really advisable to switch into data analytics first and then go to data science, because data analytics or PI analytics, those fields are easier than actually data science. Data scientist, to be a data scientist, you have to have knowledge in all the things, like starting from statistics to machine learning, Python, data visualization. Means you should have all these knowledges. Means you can have knowledge about big data also, NLP, time series. Each and everything is important. Each and everything is important to be a data scientist. So it is really advisable to first take your step to be a data analyst or BI analyst or BI analytics engineer, which actually require less skills and less time to prepare also, then enter into the industry. You will get some really exclusive environment there, and you can learn anything you want from there and be a data scientist actually. Yeah. So anything else? Okay. So let me answer the questions which I have already in the Google form. Does learning data science may lead to business analyst roles? Now, this question is obviously it leads to business analyst role, because business analyst or data analyst, these are all subsets of data science. The field is actually of data science only. I have already talked about that you need to have some specific skills to be a business analyst or to be a Power BI or data visualization or Tableau developer. Because here the data visualization part is very important, the storytelling part is very important. So that will not be incorporated that much when you are a data scientist or data engineer or anything like that. So obviously, while learning data science, you may end up in a business analyst role. And how to make best use of Kaggle and GitHub, and what all projects to do. Okay, so I think actually to use Kaggle, you just have to log into that website and go there, participate in the competitions. Maybe uh, your notebook will not be ranking, will not be that much good. It will be a basic level of workbook, but what you will get from there is that you will have a data set, you will have a specified business problem, you will have the data set information, means the complete data information will be there with you. So you will have actually everything what actually is there in an industry project. So it will not be 100% like that, but obviously it will give you around 70 to 80% exposure to that uh, industry environment. So just go there, get the data set, learn the uh, business requirement, understand that, ask questions to your data, and work upon the data set you have, so that you can reach to the business requirements which are already mentioned there. So that is the most important thing of Kaggle. And GitHub. So uh, GitHub is actually taken as a open source platform. So there you can upload whatever projects you are doing, starting from very basics to very advanced. You can just create your repositories, add some notebooks, some Python codes, the data sets there, and keep on upgrading those. That is very important. Just uploading the things which you have done, that is not the only thing which you can do in GitHub. There is a section called project. You can add your notebook there, you can add your ongoing project there, and you can enlist your to-dos, that what actually need to do, what actually you have to follow, what path, what is the next step, and you just complete one steps and erase that. So upgrade that. That is the most important use of GitHub, I think. Share the link in any social media platform. They will, many people, the interested ones, they will go to the link, they will check your work, they may give you some feedback, or they may not also. They may like your work there, and you may get some opportunities from there also. So whatever you are doing, may it be in Kaggle, may it be in your own system, uh, may it be in any cloud platform, just go and create a GitHub account, log into that, and upload your works in a repository or as a project. It will really help you. And one more thing, that from Kaggle also you can download the datasets. Obviously, you know that you can download the datasets, and also you can download your notebook also. You can download your notebook from Kaggle and you can use it in your Jupyter notebook also. So that's the thing. And one more thing is uh, to actually complete a Kaggle project, you have to uh, deliver the results. You have to deliver the results. Now, some people are there who actually can work on data sets, who can analyze the data, who can get into the result, but they can't share the data, share the Excel sheets or share the CSV files to the organizer team. So that is also a tricky part there. You have to learn that, and in that case also Kaggle will help you. So that's the case. And the next question is concerned to your post that freshers not getting hired, okay, because of lack of experience. How to tackle this problem? Uh, now we have actually a wrong approach here. We have a wrong approach. The experience which the industry, the organizations are asking is the practical experience, may it be from industry or not. Yeah, there are companies which are actually looking for industry experiences only. They are not accepting the internship experience. They are not accepting your own personal experiences. But there are also many companies who will give value to your work, to your own practical work, if it is good enough. Now it's your decision which dataset to choose, which project to choose, that it may solve some real business problem. It may solve some real problems which we face day by day. So that should come from your inside. And you should understand that. I think uh, we are college graduates, or we are in our final years, or we are professionals. I think we should have that knowledge that what actually is a real business problem is, and if we are solving that, or we are solving some real basic problem, so that basic experience or basic projects will not be accepted. But if you are doing some real time projects, and if you are solving some real time problems, obviously it will be considered as your experience. Now, one more important thing is here, GitHub. If you are doing uh, data science projects, means couple of data science projects each month for last 6 months, and you are continuously uploading those projects in your GitHub profile, it is actually a open source activity. Means you are actually delivering to the open source community. So it is also an experience. It will be considered as an experience. So whenever you are building your resume, whenever you are making your CV, just mention your GitHub profile, so that the HR or talent partner or anyone, the interviewer or anyone, can go to that link and see your activities there. That is why I have told that please don't be in a hurry. Many people are doing this and not actually getting into the right position they deserve. So please don't hurry. Give yourself some time. It will need 6 to 7 months to learn those things and to work on, to do some good projects. It will need 6 to 7 months time. Maybe it will be 1 year or 1.5 years. The field will be there. Data science field will be there. The job opportunities will be there, and it will continuously increase. Actually, it will not decrease, it will increase, and gradually the opportunities to freshers will also increase. You can see that before 1 year, means last year, we didn't have this much opportunity for freshers, but now we are actually having opportunities for freshers. Organizations are hiring freshers. They are changing their thoughts. They are actually thinking about the freshers that who are actually willing to work in data science from the very first day of their career. So that is the thing. So to tackle the problem, you just have to get yourself enough hands-on knowledge, may it be through any internship, may it be through your own projects, your Kaggle projects, your GitHub contributions, and all this. That will solve your problem more or less, I think. And it is also suggested that uh, don't just look for data science profile, as someone asked me previously, that don't just look for data science profile. Start with BI analytics. The freshers positions is maximum for BI analytics or data analyst roles. So just go there, join there, be there for 1 year or at least 2 years, serve them, work from them. They will train you. They will actually make you industry ready, and then go to join some other organizations, some big organizations, apply for those, clear the interviews. But for that, you should have that amount of knowledge and that amount of exposure. So go and join whatever opportunity you are actually getting. Whether you are in college, whether you have already graduated, or you are an industry professional, if you are actually getting an internship opportunity, may it be paid or unpaid, just join there. Go there, do the work. Maybe you are solving some real-time problems there. So they will not pay you. That's not actually right. They should pay you. But the thing is, you are also gathering some knowledge, you are gathering some experience from there. So that experience will be helpful. Now it will be helpful only when you explain that, you convey that. You have to explain that experience in your CV or in your LinkedIn profile in a manner that people get to understand that what you have actually learned, what you have actually worked on. If they found that you have already worked on a real-time problem and your approach was good, your approach was better than many other participants, many other aspirants, you will obviously be get hired. So that's not a problem. And next question is, if I have offer letter from a MNC and a startup, which one to choose for better career growth? Obviously, for better career growth, you should choose a startup, because in opening days, startup will give you the opportunity to work in each and every new emerging skills, new emerging technologies. In MNCs, they are having around 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs employees. So they don't have the time to look upon each and every one. But in a startup, you will hardly have 1,000 to 2,000 employees max, or it may be up to 5,000 employees max. So they have the ability to look after each and every employee individually. As you are in your starting days, as you are in your very primary stage of your career, you should obviously get into the field, get into the company, get into the organization where you will get most of the exposure. In MNCs, they may hire you as a data scientist and they may push you in a support project. You will just work in Excel. So in startups, this doesn't happen. They need your work. So as they need your work, they will train you. They will train you rigorously. Yeah. And the next question is how to present best interviews. Okay, and how to well prepared for that. I probably have already discussed that. That in my case, I really haven't taken any other approach during the interviews. But if you think that your communication is a bit weak, which I think mine also, so you should uh, focus on talking more and more in that particular language. Obviously, it will be English with your peers, with your friends, with your colleagues, And I think that's the most of us face that problem. And if you are talking about the data science skills, I think that Chris Nack's YouTube channel is the best place to clear your concepts. You can watch his videos, you can take your notes. I have already mentioned to take your notes so that it can be useful during your interview days. That will really, really be helpful before that night of the interview, or before that 1 hour or 2 hour of that interview. You will just go through the things and you can really deliver the interviews. Now, there are some tips from my side regarding interview. Like, interview shouldn't be controlled by the interviewer. That is a skill. That is a skill. Interviewer shouldn't be controlled by the interviewer. Interview should be controlled by you only. Now, that depends on how well introduction you give, how specific introduction you give to the interviewer. Means whatever he or she will proceed with will be from that introduction part. Now, if you are telling that you have worked on Python and you are not that much confident, you are actually not that much confident, but you are not telling that. So he may ask some advanced questions from Python, and the interview will be in control of the interviewer now. So you will have to face the questions. You will not be able to solve the problems, and it will be a bad impression. So the first tip is to be very honest. If you are weak in coding, tell them in the very first place that I am from a different domain and I am weak in Python coding. I have just done coding for last 1 year or last 6 months, but I am not that much confident. But I have some strong basics in SQL or in other data science concepts, in statistics, in machine learning. Okay, so they will proceed to ask the questions from that part only. Because don't think that interviewers are there to reject you. No, that's not the case. From the humanity side, each and every interviewer will be there to accept you. You will be the reason to get you rejected, actually. Because your approach should be like that, that whatever you are confident upon, whatever you are sure about, just tell that in the very first place. Be honest. Now the second point is don't mention anything which you actually not confident about during your introduction, also during answering any other questions. Also, don't answer in such a manner that a new question will arise from your previous question, from your previous answer. That will lead to a mishap. So don't do that. Keep it in mind. And another thing is, don't be quiet. Whatever you may know or may not know, don't be quiet. Just speak. Don't be quiet during the interview. Speak it up. Whatever you think, whatever is in your mind, just speak it out. Interviewers are there to listen to you. So don't be quiet. And the most important thing is, that while concluding the interview, ask some questions from your side also. That what do you think? What are the portions or what are the skills I have to work upon more? So that interview feedback is very important. Many of the organizations will not give you any feedback about your interview. They will just say that you were good in the interview, but we are proceeding with other candidates. Now that's not a reason. That's actually not a reason. And interviewer is the only person who can give you the feedback. So always try to take the feedback. I have actually shipped for 5 or 6 data science interviews. and I have cleared all those. It's really, I don't know. I didn't expect this to happen. I really didn't expect this to happen. But the approach was like this only, that I will control the interview. I will not let the interviewer control the interview. I will say just the things I know. I will mention the things which I actually am confident about, so that he doesn't get anything out of it, that I don't know. Whatever project you are mentioning during your introduction or in the CV, whatever projects, whatever skills you are mentioning, just make sure that you are confident about it. If you are mentioning a project, there may be any question out of it, any question, any kind of question. It may be very basic, it may be very advanced. You have to be prepared for all those. You know that you are going to describe this project, this particular project. They will never ask you to describe that particular project. No, they will not do that. They will ask you to describe any one of your project. So before the interview only, you will know that what project you are going to describe them. So be prepared with that project very well. Be prepared with each and every word written in your CV very well, so that they don't get any chance to ask you anything which you don't know. So that should be the approach to clear an interview. And how much amount of DSA is required for getting hired? Look, now getting hired for which role? That should be cleared here. If you are interviewed for data analyst or BI analyst role, I don't think you need more than list and tuples. No, you don't need anything else. Just list, tuples, and obviously the functions, loops. These things are very common. Up to that only. You don't need to have some tree or what they think. The maps, trees, those concepts are not needed. Stack, queues, no, you don't need that to clear a basic data analyst or BI analyst interview. But if you are if you are getting interviewed for machine learning engineer or deep learning engineer, then you will need to know some specific DSS, some specific algorithms like those tree things, maps, all those. You need that for those roles which are actually based on core Python, core coding only. And does global recession in IT sector will affect the freshers? I don't think so. No, it will not affect the fresher. It will affect the experienced ones, actually. If the global recession is happening, the ones who will get fired very fast will be the experienced ones, but not in the case of data science or analytics industry. Mind it, not in the case of data science or analytics industry, which because this industry is not getting any effect from recession, it is actually booming. It is booming since last 2 to 3 years, actually. The opportunities are actually getting increased day by day. So there will be no effect of recession of IT sector in this data analytics or data science field. This is more about a consulting field, a consultancy field. Consultancy firms are there. More number of consultancy firms are there in analytics or data science fields. So I don't think that global recession will affect anywhere. And best way to get internships, obviously LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the best way, and you have Internshala also, but you will keep on applying there. No one will revert. So that's the bitter truth, actually. So best way to get internships is LinkedIn only. You can also follow a site called Angel, probably angel.co, something like that. Angel.co. They used to post some certain internships there, but most of the time it will be LinkedIn. Just get in touch with the experienced employees for any organization or any firms. Go there, means meet them, and ask them to refer you for internships if it is possible. In case of Tiger Analytics, it's not possible to refer anyone for internships. They are actually hiring campus uh, graduates or final year students to do the internships. So there is no provision of employee referral in case of internships. But there are organizations who are actually accepting candidates for internships. May it be paid or unpaid, may it be online or offline. Just get in touch with them and do that. You can get many things from LinkedIn only. LinkedIn is a really, really great platform. You have to build your LinkedIn profile very strong. You have to keep your LinkedIn profile very strong. You have to like on posts. You have to read those posts which are actually relevant. You should be updated with the daily upgradations in this field, data science and data analytics. You will get each and everything from LinkedIn only. Gradually, when you will start to build a community, you will start to spend time in LinkedIn. You will see that your community is getting increased. Keep on sending connection requests to the relevant people who can help you in near future, and keep on posting your thoughts, whatever you think. And obviously, it shouldn't be something related to politics or any sensitive matter. It should be something related to your career, related to your ambitions, related to this field only. Post that, get some connections, get some uh, views, and let people come to you to connect with you. You will see the change gradually. So you can utilize actually LinkedIn very much to get internship opportunities also, and to get job opportunities also. Okay, so the next thing is the resources you followed, courses enrolled, to learn, YouTube channels referred like that and provide these links to. Then most importantly, add any sites for practicing Python and SQL specific to data sets. So for SQL, I have already mentioned all those. I will obviously give you a doc which will have all the links to the course which I have followed and I have mentioned also. So that thing is done. And the most importantly, add any sites for practicing Python and SQL. For practicing Python, I think you don't need to go to Hacker Rank or LeetCode. You don't need to go there. You just can enroll in Hacker Art, and not enrolling, it's just sign up. So you can sign into Hacker Art platform. It will help you. The codes are not that much advanced. The things are not that much advanced. You can go there, you can check the solutions, you can get the idea and practice there. Keep on practicing for 2 to 3 months continuously, each and every day for 1 hour. Each and every day for 1 hour after learning the things. Every day. Whatever happens, just keep on practicing the things in Python. And for SQL, mode.com has their own editor. So you can practice there also. You can also create an environment by downloading the SQL server. So that's the thing. And if you want to practice of your own, you can practice Python in Visual Studio, and also you can practice in Jupyter Notebook or Colab also. Okay, so the next question is, I have 4 years of work experience, non-data science. What role I can expect in analytics industry to start with? Will my previous experience be considered, or will I be okay? Yes, obviously your previous experience will be considered as an industry experience only. Obviously not relevant experience, not as relevant experience. So you have to start from the very beginning. Obviously you have to start from the very beginning. But the case is, in the analytics industry, your experience will be considered. Your experience will be given value, and you will get your desired salary also. But probably you will have to go through some training, and then you will get into some projects. So yes, your industry experience will be valued and will be considered. You can, okay, so start with what role I can expect. You can expect roles like data analyst, senior data analyst also. And most probably it is always suggested that whatever field you are working on, just merge your data science skills with that and apply for specific roles. That will help you more because you are already having some domain knowledge of software engineering or healthcare or the IT sector or the sports or anything. If you are having any specific domain knowledge, just merge your data science or machine learning skill with that and proceed further. Next thing is, if my current compensation is somewhat higher, say like close to 10 LPA and as analytics freshers, okay, have non-analytics experience, will they be hiring me in spite of my current salary as I may be given starting role in an organization? Yes, you will get your salary. I have seen people in my organization only. Someone was working for 4 years in IT support in Mindtree, and they learned the things. Uh, Obviously, they learned from a coaching institute, but you can learn of your own only. And they were interviewed in Tiger Analytics, and they were hired as senior data analyst. Now, previously, their salary was 4.5 LPA in spite of having 4 years of experience. Now they are having the salary of around 15 to 16 LPA. So I don't think any reason that you won't be considered for a higher salary. That's not the case. You can obviously change your domain. And what is your day-to-day activities as a member of data science team? You working on model building, data analysis part, or creating? Actually, I am doing all these things. I am working on model building also. I am working on a complete data science lifecycle, starting from the data extraction to data cleaning, data preparation. Now, there is a very thin line between these, data cleaning and data preparation. Data preparation will only be done after you are having your business questions ready, because according to your business questions, you will prepare your data. So if you have your business questions, you will go to data preparation, then you will go to some feature engineering, you will go to some exploratory analysis, then there will be the model building. After that model building, you have to improve that model based on model evaluation metrics, the error metrics or accuracy, whatever you are working with. So after that, you will improve the model, you will make the model an interactive one, and you will deploy that. So it is a complete process. Just make your model and keep it in Jupyter Notebook will not work. You will have to deploy that model. But you can ignore that deployment part right now before getting into the field. Whenever you will get into the field, the industry, the organization will let you know the important skills and the important techs to do that. Okay. Hey, please give some tips and tricks about explaining the project during interview. I have already mentioned how to approach these particular questions and how to ace that. It's quite difficult to explain everything in a machine learning project and convince the interviewer about it. Okay. I don't know why you are finding it very difficult, because if you are giving the exact answer, if you are strong enough with your basics, if you are clear about all the concepts, all the things you have used in your project, I don't think that it should be very hard to explain to the interviewer, because in my case, I have explained that bank project only, which I have told about right now. So I was asked about 20 to 30 questions out of that, and I have answered all of those. Now, for that, obviously, I would like to thank Krishna to clear each and every concept in data science, machine learning, and statistics. So, I think whatever project you are going to deliver, what you are going to explain, you will know that beforehand. Just prepare each and everything. Think what the questions will be, what can be the questions out of your project. If you are not sure, you can take help from me also, from any experienced employee also, you can show them your project, and you can ask them before your interview that what may be the questions out of this, and you just prepare for that. Make a list of questions which you think that will be important. If you are not getting the answers, you can take help from any experienced employee or any faculty if you have any course or anything. So I don't think it should be that much difficult. And one more thing, that while explaining any question, while explaining any topic, don't mention anything from where a new question may arise, which you don't know. So you have to keep that in mind. And always be honest. If you don't know, just say I don't know. Clearly speak it out that I don't know. I can't explain this. Don't say that I have read it but I have forgot. Those are not actually taken seriously and taken in a very good manner. So be honest. If you don't know, just say that I don't know. So the next question is, I am a fresher. How can a fresher get a data scientist job? I have already mentioned you the path. I will share you the doc where you will get all the courses, all the links. Just go there, learn, do your projects, have some hands-on experience, upload your projects in GitHub, build a strong LinkedIn profile, increase your connections. This will take time. This will take around 6 to 7 months to build a strong connection, strong profile in LinkedIn. Upgrade it, add your certifications, feature your certifications there, add your projects, add your industry experience if you have any. Mention all the experience you have and all the projects you have done. Add your GitHub link, and obviously try to connect with the relevant people who can help you with a referral, help you with any opportunity in their organization. Okay, and then go to build your CV. Add the most relevant things in your CV. Keep it in a very compact and try to keep it in one page only. That is also highly needed. And the next question is, because all companies are asking for at least 2 years of experience. No, I don't think so. All companies are not asking for at least 2 years of experience. That is not the case. You have to dig it deep. You have to be enough active in the society, in the community, to get to know about all the opportunities. I have already shared the link in the doc of the Insights page. You can go there, you can get many opportunities out there for 0 to 1 years of experience, or for freshers, internships for college graduates, for final year students, anything. Many opportunities are out there. You have to approach, you have to take a right approach. You have to approach any employee of that company. You have to ask for a referral, because to apply with a referral, it will somewhat help you to just shortlisting the resume. You will obviously get the link, or you will obviously get some update like, is your profile shortlisted or not, or what are the things you need to know more. So that will be of great help. And be active in LinkedIn, I will always suggest. Okay, so the last, yes, tell me. Can you repeat? Mhm. Obviously, they will train you. They will make you enough eligible and enough expert in that technology. Like, I never learned SAP, but when I was hired as a BI analytics engineer, and I got to know that Python is actually working on SAP. So they have given for 1 to 2 months of training in SAP only, and I was enough knowledgeable about SAPs that I can deliver projects. I can work on the migration projects they were actually doing in SAP. So obviously they will train you, and that is why I am telling you to just get into some industry, just get into some internships, just get into any organization, whether they are paying more or less, that doesn't matter. Give yourself some time, give yourself 1 year or so, you will be in the right path there. Yes, yes. Look, I actually, to get to know about all these things, I also required about 1 year of time. But after 3 to 4 months of reading the basic things about machine learning, Python, and SQL, I started applying for internships. Okay, and I got the opportunity to serve the Sparks Foundation as an intern. I didn't know that it actually accepts each and everyone. It actually accepts each and everyone. They, if the background verification is completed, they accept each and everyone. And they didn't have these kinds of projects which current interns are having. Current interns are having actually really great projects. There were some basic supervised learning, unsupervised projects, and some BI analytics, some data visualization ones. I've done that. Yes, yes, yes. I have done that, and then I got recommended for my work. And they liked the approaches, so they recommended me for mentoring, and then I mentored the upcoming means next 3 to 4 batches. And this time, this period was the most valuable period of my data science journey. Okay. So that was my approach. After that, I started to apply for opportunities from LinkedIn and other sources. Other sources, I actually focused on LinkedIn most of the time, and I got that opportunity from LinkedIn only. Yes, I applied to Tiger as off campus, and I didn't ask for any referral or anything. So fortunately, my CV got shortlisted, and I got the test link. I cleared that one. Then the interviews were scheduled. It was actually not expected. I was not expecting to switch to any other company, but it just happened as it happened. Yeah. Obviously, we can have a session. Yes. Yes, this Sunday I had to keep uh, free time for these 2 hours. Actually, I have some work, but this time I'm free, and I'm also free from 5 to 6 in that period. But actually, most of you selected this time slot, so I kept it now only. Anything else? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. GitHub or LinkedIn itself is your portfolio. You don't need to put your face in a very artistic manner there and put some analytics there, show some analytics. I don't think that is needed.
Shivaji, how is the work-life balance in data science role? Because many of the pressure is there. I know the how is the life currently with me also. So
Yes, it will be far better than any MNC experience. Okay. If it is an analytics company, if it is a startup or any consulting industry, it will be far better than any MNC, because MNCs used to indulge you in all the means throughout the day, from starting from 9 at the morning to 9 at night. So that's a very hectic schedule. I actually didn't feel anything like that in my company also, and didn't get any um, feedback like that also from experienced employees in my company and other companies also. But there may be cases, there may be few days, there may be 2 3 days in a week when you will feel the pressure, like you will have some tight deadlines to deliver the things. But our organization uh, doesn't force you. They will even force you to shut down your laptop at 8 only. Okay, sharp at 8. After that, your seniors will not work. So if you want to work, you can do that. You are free to do that, but that is not suggested. So the work-life balance is really good, really, really good.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Shivaji.
Yes.
And thank you so much for the session today for out of your Sunday time you are given for us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are welcome. Uh, that is what I have told you, that you can't classify it like that, service based or product based. It is not actually product based, uh, but somewhere you can tell it, because we are actually delivering products. We are actually delivering products to many clients, like many huge Fortune 500 clients are there who are actually asking for some systems, some softwares, some complete platforms to shift their work from on premise to the cloud or to an analytics platform. So then we are product based. And when some clients are asking for any specific services, specific IT services or any healthcare service or anything, then we are service based. It is a startup. It was a startup. Obviously, it was a startup. It is 11 years old. Okay. And but you will find it's a very, very free environment here in Tiger Analytics. No one is supervising you. And if you don't have work, but if you work, obviously, someone will be there. The entry level CTC in Tiger Analytics starts from 7 or above. Okay. The entry level one. And based upon your experience, it can be up to 15 20 also. Okay. Yes, there are benefits, like obviously insurance is there. It is not the part of the CTC. Here you will get everything out of the CTC except the PF and income tax in hand. Okay, everything you will get in hand, and you can also choose the PF between the old regime and the new regime also. So there is also a case. Out of that, you will get the insurance, medical insurance support. Some meal cards are there. Sodexo meal cards, HDFC food card is there, and travel allowances are there. Mm, yeah, and you will get leaves of around 25 days in a year. That is a bit less, but these are the number of paid leaves, and you can get 10 more unpaid leaves. Yes, and they are also now thinking about sharing some stocks also, and also thinking to get some funding out of the market. So it will take time. It will take time, about 2 to 3 years more. Okay. And they are also thinking about expanding more in India. May it be Kolkata or Pune, anywhere. Currently, they are having office in Chennai, and they had an office in Bangalore, but due to more number of employees. They actually had to shut that office because that was a very small one. So now they're acquiring. Actually, they have acquired a huge service place there in Bangalore. It will open at about September or October, and also they will open a workspace in Hyderabad. After that, it will be Pune or Kolkata. Chennai, Chennai, Chennai is the main office, and it's an American company. Yeah.
Subhaji,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, in
Rajesh.
Kaggle, right? In Kaggle, you have both two tabs actually, competitions and datasets, which is
Yes.
more preferred actually by directly downloading datasets and
Yeah,
doing
you
a
can do that by directly downloading datasets. You can means you can have your own approach, but one thing is there that you have to learn about that uh, information, means data information, and the business requirement from Kaggle only. You will get there. The business requirement will be there. If you go into any competition or any challenge, the business requirement will be present there. So that will be helpful for you. But if you think that you can make a business requirement of your own from just by observing the data set, that will also help you. That will also help you.
sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So anything else? I think we are at the very end. Okay, the last question was Power BI or Tableau? Which one to learn? Anyone. You can learn Tableau, you can learn Power BI. Anyone. If you learn Tableau, Power BI will be easy to you. If you learn Power BI, Tableau will be easy to you. So anyone. Yes, yes. The forecasting. Uh, now this is a tricky question actually because uh, because you may require forecasting in healthcare also in these situations like COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah. And obviously, for all the time, you will need forecasting for the stock markets. Okay. And some use cases like weather prediction. I don't think in banking sector you will need that much of forecasting. But obviously, in stock market, it will always be there. And also in healthcare also. In healthcare is also having some great use cases in terms of time series forecasting. Okay. Yeah, you are welcome. So, any other questions from Deepan or Supriya? Yeah, Supriya.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am
Yes, yes.
Supriya.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir, I have a question. I have 13 years of experience in telecom domain.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
and now I have studied in the data science domain, and
Okay.
it is almost completed and more maybe completed within next 2 weeks. Okay, so my
Okay.
question is, how can I get my first job in data science domain?
Yes. Are you doing any course? Means, have you
Yes,
enrolled in any course?
yes, sir.
Okay. So, I would request you to increase your presence in LinkedIn because that's the most helpful place to get a job in this field. I'm telling from my personal experience. And reach out to people. Don't be shy. Just reach out to people. Maybe an employee, maybe an HR, maybe a HR or a talent partner. whoever you think can help you with a referral or an opportunity, just reach out to them, send them the connection request. Now, during sending the connection request, you will have one option like add a note. When you are sending your request from laptop, you will have an option like add a note. Just add a short description of your profile and what you are actually looking for, and send it to multiple people who are actually relevant, who can help you to get a job. Ask them, you will actually get some opportunities from there. You can post in LinkedIn that you are having this much experience, and also you have completed your course, you are having some skills in maybe machine learning, statistics, you have done this projects, and now you are looking for some jobs. If anyone has any opportunity, kindly reach out to me, give your contact details there, post it in LinkedIn, approach, just increase your connections. Okay, build a strong CV. If you need any help regarding that, you can reach out to me anytime in LinkedIn also, and also through my email. You can reach out to me. I will help you. If there is any problem in your CV, I will review it. I will try to help you. And other than that, build your LinkedIn profile a very strong one. There are many features you can add in LinkedIn profile, starting from your educational details, your experience, your projects, your course, your certifications, your skills, and if you are open to work or not. You can add anything, actually anything. So just build your LinkedIn profile a very strong one, and approach as much people as you can who are actually eligible to give you an opportunity. I think that would be great. That will help you.
Also, sir, any certification will help you for that?
No certification is needed. No certification is needed. During interview, no one will ask you about certifications. No one will see your certifications. Yeah. I think we should end the session now. It's 1:20 already. Okay, so Shreyas, have you recorded this session? Kindly share it with me. I will have to share with each and every one of you, and I will also share a Google Doc and the PPT also. Yeah, I'll wait for some more hours. I will share that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome, Dipan. Yeah, Supriyo, if you need any further help, you just reach out to me. I will take care of the things. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome.